are listening to Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit on Ragebreed Radio. Why communication is important. Hi, my name's Karina, and you know me as the owner of Ragebreed. I also am a life coach, and I'm here today to talk to you about mind, body, and spirit. But today's episode is going to be focusing mainly on communication. Now, people in general are very social animals. We need to interact with each other, but we all need to be a safe space, and that can be difficult when we have different challenges or thoughts or opinions, some which will be positive and some will be negative. But the truth of everything is that you have a voice, and in order to have that voice, we also need to have respect. And what that means is that we will be able to communicate in such a way to the other person whereby it is a respectful contact. So regardless of whether it's good or bad, we're able to speak to each other with respect, no matter how angry or upset or frustrated you are. And that is the key to building successful relationships. It doesn't mean that sometimes we won't get mad. It doesn't mean that sometimes we won't behave erratically. But it's also understanding that truly great bonds are the ones that can surpass anything. And it means that you have to care enough about that person in order to communicate properly, in order to find resolve. There's no way of them actually being able to communicate in such a way whereby to say, I'm not happy with this situation, or there's certain things that are bothering me at the moment. I just need some clarification on something, am I wrong in thinking this? And it's through how you word things is how you're going to get to your destination. Now, some people will, they'll punish you from just a perception or a thought or an idea, and it can be people that are paranoid, or there's been rumours spread about you, for example, and they won't talk to you directly about it, but what will then happen is sometimes they will start this whole excessive paranoia, and that excessive paranoia grows, and then there's people backbiting about you, and it becomes larger and larger, and the other person they know there's something wrong, but they're unaware, and even if they're asking, those people aren't able to communicate properly with them. Sometimes that can be for a number of reasons. It can be down to simple reasons that they don't want to resolve. So that can be for a few different reasons. It can be down to jealousy. It can be down to there's a lot of prejudices as well when it comes to people. And we have to remember that in life, people do hold judgments about others, whether it's class prejudices, whether it's you're a woman, sexism, for example, whether it's racism. It could be a combination of different things, and sometimes it's just pure jealousy. And unfortunately, because of that, it is one of the biggest destroyers of friendships and relationships, because they're constantly competing with you, and that's what shouldn't happen. Friends should be rooting for each other and be happy for each other's successes. That is what friendship is about. That's about caring for the other person, and that is how you grow. But it is through communication, good communication, to understand the other person's perspective. And that is how you grow. You are listening to Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit on Ragebreed Radio. Hi everyone, it's Karina from Ragebreed, and welcome to another episode of Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit. And today we're going to be talking about removing toxic people from your life. Toxic people can be anyone from a relative, romantic interest, a friend, and you can't change someone who doesn't see an issue in their actions. And it's not an act of cruelty, it's an actual act of self-care. because these people will stab you in the back and then tell the world that they're the ones who are bleeding. You have to remember that your mental health is the most important thing, and to be surrounded by people that highly disrespect you, whether it's to your face or behind your back, or it's people that just do not have that self-love within themselves and find your confidence unacceptable. And this is, very true of a very emotionally unhealthy person, because they see your success or your dreams as unacceptable, and this is the issue. Toxic people will find a way to bring you down. They will have no respect for you. They'll belittle you. They'll be two-faced. And it's usually because they're afraid to go for their dreams themselves. So you have to remember that a lot of the time, toxic people are the way they are is because they don't have that self-esteem in themselves, or they hate themselves. So when they see someone, going for their dreams, it threatens their ego. But at the end of the day, that's not your issue to fix. That's not your role in life. You can't be a counsellor for every single person that walks into your life. You have to be able to say that your treatment towards me is the decision that I make whether or not I allow you into my life or not. Because if you keep allowing people that put you down, disrespect you, eventually it's going to start grinding on you. Eventually you're going to start feeling inadequate, so you won't reach your goals. And it's only through removing toxic people that you will see this. The most successful people are aware of how important it is for self-care, to have people that are emotionally safe for you. And that's when they soar. If you have people always putting you down, saying you can't do this, you can't do that, or you're this, that, bullying you, two-faced, jealous, all those kind of things, manipulating everything, and lying about you. Since I removed those people, and I have a great support network of friends that want the same things as I do, and we all lift each other, and we create a wonderful atmosphere within the brands that we're working for. And that is what true friendship is. True friendship is about celebrating the wins and being there in your darkest hours. And they will say good things behind your back, not the alternative. So have a think about the people in your life that you truly can trust. The people that have always protected you, been honest with you. They've, loved you no matter what. And they're the people to have in your life. The people that will be happy for you when you have a win. They'll celebrate with you. They'll be so happy that something good's happened to you. Not people that are just going to be jealous and insecure and hate on you for it, or call you, that you're big-headed because you celebrated something that you've achieved. These are very toxic people. And that's why you can't have them in your life, because you will never reach your goals with people like that around you. But the minute you cut off from them, they will form a group to hate on you, because that's what they're like. So my advice is this. If they start causing problems for you, voice your truth, rise above it, and keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because you are more important than them. You are listening to Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit on Ragebreed Radio. Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit by Karina A Sher. Hi guys, it's Karina from Ragebreed. And in today's Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit, I'm going to go into a couple of things in relation to trauma and what happens sometimes with your mind when you disassociate from it. It's a very difficult thing to go through trauma, sometimes your brain doesn't process pain in the same way, and those who have experienced PTSD in the past, like myself, and at the moment as well, you will find kind of numbness, and through therapy is the way that you can actually feel the pain. But at the time of the trauma, you may not be able to process the pain or those feelings because it's too big for your brain and body to comprehend. And I'll give you an example for this. When I was in an abusive relationship, the guy basically held a knife, came into the front room. Simple reason was because I wanted to go to sleep because I'd work the next day, and he wanted to carry on drinking because I didn't do what he wanted. He brought in a knife, threatened to kill himself, and threatened to kill me. He pinned me down. He had the knife in his hand, and it was extremely traumatic. Yet the next day, I got my clothes on, I had a shower, I went to work. And this was like the norm for me, this he would act up and, cause so much pain to me. And whether it's physical, emotional, abusive, sexual, whatever. And even when my boundaries would be saying no, he ignored them. My friend John Davies saw that, when he tried to bite me, and I used to, try and make light of the situation and call him a shark, and, me and John used to laugh and say he needs a muzzle, but actually this was abuse because he wasn't respecting my boundaries, and I'd have bite marks on my hands and arms and bruises, and he just did not give a shit about what I wanted, and this is how narcs usually, they don't care about you, and, they don't care about if they hurt you or not. It's all about them and his pain. And he needed me to take out his aggression and pain. And I would try my best to try and heal him, and, but he just didn't care. There was just he didn't care about me or how anything affected me. It was about what he could take from me. And usually it was alcohol or money or that kind of thing, and then people start asking you, why did you, stay in a situation like that? Well, I'd been broken down. I had friends that had been two-faced. I'd gone through so much in the house before, and he had made me believe that everyone hated me. He isolated me from a lot of people. And in all of fairness, they did hate me. There were people that you can see now from Leicester that are showing their true colours with the bullying. That's who they are. And I was at a really low point. But the one thing I could have control over was to go to work, earn my keep, and pick up the pieces when I got home of the mess that he'd made, and dealing with his ups and downs, and him not even bothering to help me with anything, and in all honesty, I just feel as if that part of my life now is over. But the problem with it is the reoccurring nightmares and stuff of never feeling safe. And that's the hardest part, because when you go through something like this, you are constantly trying to find people that you feel safe around, that protect you. And it's really hard to find that because a lot of people are two-faced. And I thought by moving to Nottingham I could get away, and I knew some people over there, and I thought that they had my backs. And I went over there, and my bullies from Leicester got hold of them, told them loads of rubbish about me, and I was faced with the same situation over there, bullying, cyberbullying and stuff. And the impact of that is feeling completely helpless to the situation, because even when I tried to take advice of the police, send them a letter of cease and desist letter, I was in such a bad place because people who I thought were my friends just ended up not being, and that is really painful, because it wasn't just one person, it was seeing so many people just literally turn on me and jumping on the bandwagon. And even though I knew what I was doing was right, these people were just attacking me for no reason, bases on lies, and that is pure defamation of character and what they've done to me. You know, I suffered with a lot of social anxiety. I can't go out to the places that I normally would go out to. I mean, I loved living in Nottingham, and I felt like it was going to be a fresh start for me, and then COVID hit and I got hacked, so I couldn't afford to stay there anymore because they took all my money, and they went on my Facebook and removed loads of people, and even when I tried to speak to people to say that this is what had happened, they didn't care. So you have to understand, you know, what exactly I was going through. Like, people who, I had to assess my bonds at that point, because I'd say, are these people being good to me or are they being bad to me? And I had to go through all my social group and all the people that had backbited, bitched, hurt me, jealous of me, whatever it was. You know, if they had a behaviour that was really fucking toxic, I had to get rid. I had to look after myself. I had to be around people that were not going to make me feel like this. Like, I mean, I'm talking about it now and my heart hurts, you know. I know I'm not over it yet, and the continuous abuse that I go through daily since it all kicked off, it's something that I'm having to deal with, you know, silently a lot of the time. I do talk to people, but I don't want to keep going on about negative things. So a lot of the time I will deal with all these difficult situations behind closed doors. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because people don't understand the impact of their actions, of what they do to people. And you know, I'm trying to sort of say to everyone that, like, what you've done and the things that you've said and done, and not try to find out the truth, and by doing so I've been punished for nothing. And that's the hardest feeling to deal with. I mean, there's been prejudices, there's been racism, there's been sexism, and I've had this weight on my shoulders of, who can I trust? And that is because so many people have let me down. Because it's people that side with my haters, and without even knowing the truth. And that's been so hard. And if I stand up for myself, I get blocked. And has it impacted my mental health? Yes. But I'm very, very strong as well. So I've needed time to heal from it. And when I get strong enough, I fight back. And I do what I need to do to put the truth out there. And it hurts because I don't like doing it. I don't like doing this. But I have to, because they've created a war. They've created them against me mentality. They've broken, you know, so much. And I'm here to build up my reputation. And I'm here to tell you that despite the PTSD and despite all these things I've gone through, whether it's been physical or emotional health, the key thing is to understand that when people bully you, it's their issues. And you have to stand tall and think about all the things that you have achieved and the things that you like about yourself. And you remember those things when they're saying these things to you or about you. Because you are your own saviour. And only you will be the one that decides whether you're going to take their insults inwardly, or are you going to assess everything that's happened logically? What I tend to do now is, if they are genuine issues, like genuine critical feedback, I'll look into it. See, is there any way that I can improve? And that's being an adult. But the actual abuse, the nastiness, the defamation, the lies, that's not cool. And you just have to keep remembering that these are their issues that they're inflicting on you. And always remember, you always have strength, no matter what bad things happen to you. I've overcome some things that would have broken people, in every sense of the word. I've dealt with grief, I've dealt with, sexual attacks, abuse, rape, heartbreak, divorce. I've been dealt with prejudices, whether it's sexism, racism, even appearance prejudices, about my weight, about my makeup, everything that you can think of, And it does affect me sometimes, I'm not going to lie, but I'm stronger than that because I know deep down inside that bullying stems from their insecurities. And you have to always remember that it doesn't matter what happens. As long as you're being authentically you will attract the right people in your life, as long as they support you as much as you support them. And the thing is this, collectively, if you can build a society that are anti-bullying but do believe in self-defense, because that's where I went wrong. I didn't fight back and they got used to treating me like that. It's only through a consequence that bullies will stop doing what they're doing, and some of them still won't, but it's okay as long as you've spoken your story, the truth of what has actually happened. That is the most important thing. It is so essential to clear your name. It is so essential to clear the lies and the bullshit drama coming from other people. You have to make decisions. Who are the people in your life that are going to back you and are there for you in your darkest hours? Or are they people that are just there to compete with you, lie about you, be two-faced and bitch to other people about you? Are they your friends? No, of course they're not. True friendship is about helping each other through the bad and celebrating the wins. Okay? And you don't need loads of people, as long as you just have a few people that you can confide in and trust. The rest of social media or whatever, right? It's up to you who you decide to have in your circle. As a public figure, I'm going to be prone to a lot of judgment. But as long as people are judging me for the real me and who I really am and hate me, that's fine. But don't judge me on a lie. Because if I heard a rumour about someone else, I wouldn't really care unless I had the physical evidence there. And everything that I can say has physical evidence. So remember, if you have been a target of bullying, Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit is here to help you, because I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that there are people out there that care, and I'm here. Even if you want to just chat to me, you can, because I have conquered a lot of this stuff. I've dealt with it all my life. I've dealt with it since I was a teen. I was bullied by the same clique, by Thrax and all his lot. I've been bullied by him for such a long time that it does not surprise me that he's spreading lies. So I need you guys to understand that Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit is about helping you out of the darkness. And remember, you can do this. So guys, as you can see, Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit is there to really look after, certain parts of your life and to try and give you some advice through personal experiences. And that's pretty much as a motivational talker and someone who is also a life coach. I've also done my certificate in counselling, and I'm doing another level at some point as well. So you imagine that all this experience and life experience that I've had, and certainly being on the receiving end of a lot of prejudices, and this is the way the world is, and the world is unfortunately very toxic as well. We've got a lot of people in this world that are cruel beyond measure, and there are people also in this world that are amazing people who really do support you, or they do great things of their own, and they add to this world. And really, why I wanted to do this so badly for Ragebreed was because I feel like our society has a lot of people in it with mental health issues. They've struggled to accomplish their goals. I think autism is quite a big factor as well. I know so many people in the metal scene with autism, and I would like to do a show on specifically autism so people understand, the difference between a normal functioning person and somebody who has autism, for example. And, knowing, and it's really learning and educating people as well as to why they do the things that they do. So there is some kind of understanding as to why people do what they do. Because, there's one thing that I've learned as a life coach is that one size does not fit all. What we believe works for us may not work for other people. So it's being able to be flexible and open-minded, and to understand the different, ideologies of different people. And even say, if you can say, well, that's not really for me, that's fine to say that, but then obviously don't judge other people, because there might be a different set of reasons why they behave the way they do. And it truly is about equally setting boundaries to what's acceptable to you, but also having the open-mindedness to say, I accept you as you are, because of where you are in life at the moment. And it's truly understanding and having that bigger picture to see beneath past sometimes someone's actions, and try to get to the root cause of what's causing these things, because at the end of the day, it's not our job to be a counsellor to everybody. It really isn't. But if there's ways that Ragebreed can help people see things for what they are, and if there's a way that we can maybe help people to even just share experiences, to say, oh wow, someone else has gone through that and I totally understand. Or like for example, I get so many people message me and say, I really found that video helpful. Thank you so much for putting that there, because, I was beginning to lose confidence because of haters, or, I've been bullied, or I've had, I don't really know how to handle the fact that I've been abused physically and mentally, and how do I move on past that kind of thing, and it's things that, Ragebreed can help you with. I mean, we are going to be looking at getting some more counsellors on board, more life coaches and things like that. So there will be some things which are voluntary and some things that are free. We will always work with people with zero budgets to, big budgets and things like that. So it'll be everything in between. So looking at that situation and looking at, where we are in life at the moment, I mean, I think it's such an important thing for people to look after themselves. And I'm not just talking in a physical sense, I'm talking about an emotional sense as well. Who are the people that are around you? Do they bring you up or do they bring you down? Are the people around you supporting you? And if they're not supporting you, what are the reasons why? And is there good communication as to reasons why? And are they being honest with themselves, and are they being honest with you? And these are very important points, because there's nothing worse than having fake friendships and fake people in your life. And to a degree on social media, you're always going to get that, because you don't know everyone inside out, and people don't always talk about their, internal feelings and things. But it's really important to be able to understand if people around you are wishing you success, happiness, health, love, all those kind of things, as opposed to people that are trying to continuously put you down and fault find and things like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, where there is issues that haven't been resolved, then yes, have a conversation and talk about, the things that have probably upset you. It's good to have that direct conversation, and I do that with a lot of people, but regardless of whether I do that or not, sometimes it's not reciprocated in the same way, and you find that a lot of situations cannot be resolved because their inability to communicate in a professional or friendly or articulate way in order to resolve situations. And that's where, you will always struggle with people, because they won't see what they're doing is wrong. They only see, what you do, and they're what's it called? It's like almost like a sort of a reaction to you. So say if you do well, there's going to be a handful of people that say, well done, good on you. And there's going to be other people that will be jealous and cruel and pick at you. And that's unfortunately the way of the world. I think with social media, it's opened up this whole world, whereas prior to that, I mean, we would only see friends out if we went to a concert or we went to a club night, or they used to come over and stuff. And, there wasn't really any of this kind of social stuff whereby people would be judging constantly, like whether you like your own status or whether you do this or whether your eyeliner's not right and things like, I mean, things like that no one would really give a shit about. But people that are dedicated to try and hurt you, they will be trying to pick up on different things that will hurt you intentionally and stuff. So it's really about making sure that you're looking after your own circle. So who are you bringing on in your in your world? Who are the people close to you, and are they looking for your success? Do they want you to do well? Do they want you to soar and things? And it should be a vice versa thing. I know that I want everybody in my life to do well. I'm a life coach because I love to see people obtaining their goals and being happy. That's what drives me. I like to see that, and it's why I've done so much selfless work in my life. I've done a lot of charity work. I've done a lot of videos to help people for free. It's why I do what I do, because I feel as if a lot of, don't get me wrong, we are a business, but I feel like we're fair, and I do believe there are some things you can do in service, which is sort of like charity work and just to help other people, and I believe if you have that in you, where you genuinely want to see people shine and you genuinely want to help people through their problems, that's part of your character. It's not something that can be bought or sold. It's just something that is within self, and that's about serving your community. And some people have that and some people don't. Some people completely understand the concept of volunteer work, by you do something and get nothing in return, and there's some people that don't, and they just see it as why would you do that if you get nothing in return? But for me, it's like, yes, definitely you should have some balance because you have to pay the bills, but there's no harm in lighting another candle. And I saw this beautiful quote the other day where it says, when you light another candle, it doesn't take anything away from you, it just makes the light shine brighter. And I thought, what an amazing quote. And it's so true. If people helped each other, you would all shine together, you would all rise together. And that has always been the reason why Ragebreed did our VIP cards, because we wanted to get discounts from loads of different places, so the whole community would be working together and people could go out to more events. They'd have their Ragebreed VIP card, they could get in like half price or whatever discounts venues were offering them. And it just meant that it looks great, because it means in your city or wherever in the world there are a network of people that believe in helping others that are a bit hard up, and but do want to go out and support their venue, but they just probably don't have enough money to pay full price at each venue, for example, and they would love to go to more events. So that's the reason why Ragebreed did our VIP cards, and we try to affiliate, because we try to lift everyone. Now, in some cases that works really well when you have people that want the same thing as you. It doesn't work when people see it as something to use and then they become part of your network, and then they try to ridicule you and put you down and things like that, just because they're business and they see as competition. So there's a lot of different factors at work at this point. So you have to remember that although we work as a unit and stuff, we have to also be aware that there are people out there that don't consider working together, and they try to stamp out the competition. And this is why you found so much of this happening in the Midlands area, with especially Leicester and basically the Midlands. I've compacted a lot of competition and people trying to defame my character, for example, and people have believed absolute lies. And this is the nasty part of music business. For me, it's about working together and building as a community. That's the way I see things. For others, it's about us and them, and that's the wrong way of looking at things. If you can unite a scene, that builds a better scene. A scene that's divided, that are just out for their own selves, it just causes complete chaos. And that's what I've seen. I've seen chaos because people don't know how to work with each other, but just against each other. And they try and stamp out the competition, but with Ragebreed, it's never going to happen, because we are a global business. We care about the people that we work with. We care about the bands. We care about our affiliations. And that's why it hurts so much when we have people that double cross you and stab you in the back and things like that. But it's not going to stop us doing what we're doing. We love what we do, and we're here to help. And we're here to sort of say, these have been our experiences. So it's going to be sort of a story to help other people that have gone through the same thing. So they can sit there and say, oh, wow, I went through that. It's so nice to hear that someone else went through that. And so what did you do? And how did you overcome it? And these are the reasons why I do these podcasts, because I know that I'm not alone in some of the challenges that I've had after speaking to so many different promoters around the world, or bands around the world, or even venues. Everyone has had their own journey of difficulty with people, backstabbing them, abusing you, character defamation, people not being able to communicate in a healthy way, which is respectful. And we've had this across the board, and there's so many people that even in their 50s, 60s tell me, Karina, thank you so much for posting about the bullying thing, and thank you so much about the toxic people video, because I really needed to hear that. I'm around people that are always dragging me down. But my question to you guys is, and it is a question that I often ask myself, is why did I allow myself to be in the presence of people that had no respect for me? And I need you to think about that question, because, as soon as I find out that people are two-faced liars, and you really see people's true colours when you're in the dark and you need help, and the people that really don't support you or come through for you, when you need their help and you've asked them and they've not helped you, you really get to see the true colours of people. So, you've got to be around people that really that are genuine, that really love you, care for you, support you, and those type of things, because that's really important. It's really important to have people in your life that love and care for you and support you. And it's not to say that you won't disagree on some things. Of course you will. Not everyone does things the same way as others, but there's a difference between saying, I probably wouldn't do it that way, but fair enough, it's your life, you do it the way that you want to do it. It doesn't give you the right to then bully someone, hurt someone, degrade them, humiliate them, harass them, abuse them. There's just, and that's the difference between, good and bad people. Now, with Ragebreed Against Bullying, and especially with Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit, we are very much about exposing personal experiences to help others, because other people might be going through the same thing. How have they managed to conquer those situations? And are you really thinking about the people in your life, and are you doing what's right for you? And it's all these things you've got to ask yourself. I mean, after I went through the abusive situation in my past, a few of them, I started to really look at my life, and with therapy and things like that, I was able to see things for what they were, because the reality is sometimes people believe rumors and then they behave badly towards you, and it's because they've believed something that is completely untrue. And so and the problem with that is it's about trust, and a lot of people don't have it, and that is where problems do lie, because you can say one thing, but unless you can back it up with evidence, a lot of people won't care. And some people will just believe rumors and just hate on you for rumors, not even knowing what the truth was, because and we call these kind of like bandwagon jumpers, and these are people that don't actually research what the truth is. They just go on rubbish. It's not right that people treat you badly. There's no person in this world that should be treating you badly. Now, the only thing that Ragebreed ever do is we expose wrongdoings. We expose people that have been bullies. We expose people, and the reason why we do it is to instigate change, because change will never occur if you keep quiet. because justice is all about exposing injustices, and that's how we teach people to change their attitudes towards certain things. Because if you sit there and you keep target shaming people that have been on the receiving end of abuse, and you keep saying, oh, don't say anything, don't do anything, you're saying that their worth means nothing, that their self-defense means nothing. And in a court of law, say for example it went to a court, you would have to hear two sides in order for a judge to make a decision. Whereas on social media, it's like you can't do that, because people will just say whatever they think and whatever they feel, and they don't look at two sides. And I do, and I've given the opportunity for a lot of people that if they have any problems with me, you come to me directly. You send me an email, and when I have time, I'll come back to you. So I've got time to research it and come back to you and with a kind of resolve situation. But a lot of the time, these people don't want to resolve, and they'll continue harassing and bullying you over the net. So when you have people like that, that's when we will say, right, okay, enough's enough. You're trying to ridicule me and shame me. It's not right. So we're going to expose you for the character that you already are. You've already put it online, so it's not like we're doing anything different from you, actually. But it's just that what we're saying is we're actually pinpointing what you're doing, as in, like, if you're bullying, whether you're harassing, cyberbullying, whether it's racism, sexism, and we will absolutely stand our ground for that, because our page, Ragebreed Against Bullying, and also Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit, is about creating justice and creating healing for those that have gone through some really bad things in their life, and we want to help people. And at the bottom line is, we want to create justice, we want to create change, we want to create a society that lifts one another instead of degrading and shaming each other all the time. Fuck competition, rise together. This is what it's about. We're a community, we're a global community. And what drew me to the rock and metal scene was the type of community feeling. It didn't matter what race you were, sex, or anything like that. But now I'm beginning to find that actually there is this hidden racism, this hidden sexism, because there's one set of rules for, say a white guy, and a different set of rules for a woman, because a woman will always be judged so much more on appearance and so many different things. Like, it's incredible how much a woman has to deal with the kind of abuse that's given to her by all parties, and this is why we did babes and band tops as well, because we are going to be talking about this kind of thing as well, and how challenging it can be, so yeah, I mean, Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit is here for all of you out there to, and if you all have a story or anything that you want to share with me, please do message me on the site. So whether it's a Ragebreed Against Bullying, or whether it's Ragebreed Mind and Body and Spirit, and you want to share, your journey with us, whether you have autism, or maybe you've surpassed, something in your life that you're really happy about. Maybe you've lost loads of weight and you want to share your story about how you did it. We want you to come forward to help others, and to help our channel, and to help people all around the world try and get something positive from what we do. What have we done to help lift you? What have we done to make your life a little bit better? And that is why Ragebreed do what we do. You are listening to Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit on Ragebreed Radio. Hi there, it's Karina from Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit. And today we're going to be doing a 10-minute meditation. So one of the things that you need before we begin is I want to make sure that you're in a comfortable position, that no one's going to disturb you for the next 10 minutes. You need to block out everything that's currently going on in your life, the things that you are overstressing about, let it all go. And I want you to sit in a position that feels comfortable and natural to you. So what we're going to do is begin with taking a few deep breaths. So I want you to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And I want you to do this 2 or 3 times until you're beginning to get a natural flow of your body. And I want you to think about your breath as and when you're doing this. So when you breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5. So I want you to do that 2 more times now with me. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so now we're in a position where we are in a state of, we're in touch with our bodies now. So what I would like you to do is to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine the soles of your feet. And I want you to imagine that there are roots growing from your feet, going straight into the earth, and it's going right through into the earth, right down deep into the earth's core. And I want you to imagine some clear crystals. And imagine these crystals are full of light energy, cleansing, healing energy. And I want you to imagine that these roots are wrapping themselves around the crystals. And for every breath that you inhale, I want you to imagine that that white, bright energy and light is coming through those roots up into the soles of your feet and into your whole body as you breathe in. And then when you breathe out, I want you to imagine that all the negativity and all the stress and all the problems are literally being sent out into the universe for the universe to handle it and to deplete it and take it somewhere else away from you. So what I want you to do is now close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to imagine that lovely light energy filling up. Breathe out, and I want you to imagine that all that negative energy is going out with you. So that's one of the things I want you to repeat. Do it again. And all the negative energy is being released. And I want you to do that 2 or 3 more times. So we're going to do that together. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And just imagine your whole light, your whole light in your body just shining up and getting rid of all that negativity in your body that's being stored up. Breathe in. Breathe out, and imagine all that negativity is now leaving your body, and you're just left with this beautiful light white energy that is healing any place in your organs, in your chakra, that is trying to heal your body. And just enjoy the feeling of creative visualization, and just enjoy the feeling of that white light energy going through your chakras. So as you breathe in again, I want you to imagine that that white light is circling your chakra, your root chakra, and it's getting rid of all the energy, all the negative energy, and it's replacing it with positive light energy. And same again, your sacral chakra, breathe in. Imagine that light going there, and then breathe out all the negative energy out. Breathe in again. And I want you to imagine that there's a long line of chakras in your body. So you've got your sacral chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. So for each chakra, we're going to imagine that this white light is going to come through, cleanse that energy, and then we're going to breathe out the negative. So our body's completely detoxed through good light energy. So let's go back into our breathing. So we're breathing in that lovely white light energy. Breathe out the negative. And then we're imagining all that negative stuff in your stomach chakra. Let's do it again. getting rid of all the crap in there. Just imagine all of it all going. And then let's go now to your heart chakra. Now, usually the heart chakra is the chakra which needs the most healing, because we go through quite a lot of difficult stuff in life. So, I want you to open your heart to this beautiful white light healing, and imagine this healing going through into your heart chakra. Breathe in, breathe out, and imagine that beautiful white light energy, swirling in that chakra and healing all the, broken bits. Imagine breathing again and breathe out. Now do your throat chakra. So this is about voicing, I speak, it stands for. So it's about voicing your needs and wants. So this is something very important if you're sort of low confident and you're not very good at speaking to people. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so we're doing this chakra, and imagine all that negative stuff's going out, all the self-doubt is going out, so you're able to speak your true authenticity in your voice. Then we're going to go to our third eye chakra, and the third eye chakra, I want you to imagine that this beautiful white light energy is going through the roots, through all your chakras, right up to your third eye. So breathe in and breathe out, and do that once more. Breathe in and breathe out. And then what I want you to do is imagine that you've got a chakra on top of your head. This is called the crown chakra, and this is the receiver of external, energy and stuff. So what I want you to do is breathe in and breathe out, and imagine that beautiful white light energy going through your body, through your chakras, through every single chakra. And then now on your crown chakra, you're going to breathe that light energy in, wash all the negativity away, breathe out, and we're going to do that once more. Breathe in and breathe out. And then what I want you to do is imagine now gold droplets of rain all around you, and I want you to imagine this energy, and it's beautiful light energy that's protecting you. It's swirling all around you, and it's cleansing you of any feelings of guilt, of remorse, of it's about self-forgiveness, and it's about forgiving others. So I want you to imagine this beautiful golden rain energy going through your body, washing away your fears, and just imagine your whole body just floating. And I just want you to just breathe in that beautiful feeling of complete peace and serenity. And breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And now you are fully relaxed, and I want you to shake off your hands, any excess energy, and now your chakras are cleared for the day. Hi guys, so hope you've enjoyed this episode of Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit. We've had a few sections in here to make it a little bit more interesting for you, and it's gone into a lot of in-depth stuff, so it's obviously not for the faint-hearted. I hope you've enjoyed that little chakra meditation we had at the end there as well. Now, as you guys know, I am a life coach, and Ragebreed are doing life coaching sessions. So if you go to www.ragebreed.bigcartel.com, I am available for life coaching sessions. They are £50 per person. However, if you are a student or on benefits, on low income, for example, I do them for £30 only. Now, at the moment, because of obviously COVID, I am doing them on Skype or via phone. So I'm not doing face-to-face ones at the moment. However, saying that, what we tend to do is we do one in advance, then we book a session of 6 over the year, so we can basically monitor your progress on a monthly basis. Now, if that's something that you'd be interested in, please do obviously drop me a message on Karina A Sher Life Coaching, and we can sort out a time and date of when you want to start, and I will send you all the links for payment. It will be payment in advance, and yeah, that's literally how it works. So I will be sorting out the diary actually for next week. So if you are interested, please do let me know over the weekend so I can get the bookings in, as they do go quite, fast. So we've got the diary clear for next week, and so I'm looking for more life coaching clients for next week sometime. Now I'm willing to do them during the day or in the evening. That's not a problem. It's whatever time that suits you best. I am happy to do weekend work as well. It's whatever time that suits you. It doesn't matter what time around the world. A few people have been worried that obviously I would be coaching them at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night owl. It does not matter. It's absolutely fine. As long as you tell me a time and date, I will be up and I will be there and present, as long as it's been pre-agreed in advance, the time and date. So guys, just to let you know, so I obviously I'm fully certified in life coaching. I'm also certified in group workshops and group life coaching, so we'll be doing some group workshops. On top of that, I'm also certified in relationship coaching as well, so that's in group workshops also. So I'm here basically to try and help people get through difficult points in their life, and with life coaching and relationship workshops and also group life coaching, I'm hoping to see people that can deliver results on what they really want to do in life. And I hope that I can get them to their plan A to B, and it's basically working with you and offering some advice as a life coach. But basically I'm here to support you, work with you. Every person has a different lifestyle. Every person has different goals that they want to obtain. I'm a non-judgmental person when it comes to this. You do what works for you. For me, it's for me to engage in what your goals are. So like what things that you want out of life, and then I will sit with you. We'll make a plan. We'll come up with some strategies, and also how to work with your motivation, and using my vibes method as well. It will help motivate you to reach your targets. So if that sounds all good to you, like I say, drop me a message on Karina A Sher Life Coaching page on Facebook and we can get started. Take care everybody, love you lots, and like I say, keep it metal and keep it Ragebreed.